A very good morning to everyone present. I am Preet Kamal, a lecturer at Meherchand Polytechnic College, Jalandhar. Today I am here to discuss with you the subject of Diploma Electronics 5th semester, that is Computer Networks. But before starting that, I would like to share information with you. So, first of all, we will talk about the Mission Fateh, that is a campaign run by Captain Amrinder Singh, Chief Minister of Punjab. Under this, we need to deal with this pandemic situation of COVID-19. And some precautions that we are to follow is to wash your hands regularly, to wear masks, to use hand sanitizer whenever we go out. And to deal with this pandemic situation, we need to follow these precautions so that we should come out of it as soon as possible. Now let us move on to the studies of this computer network subject that I will be dealing with you. First of all, I would like to tell you that the computer network is basically two terms, that is computer and a network. Network means a system, or we call it as a communication system in which multiple users are there or they are connected to each other, a kind of a system. Then the computer is basically a machine that is used for performing a variety of operations or functions or tasks, or we can say for the data communication we use the computer. But if we are using only a single computer, then how would it be possible to communicate? So this is the thing where we will use computer network, in which we will transfer our information or data from one network or one computer to another computer in the same network or in a different network. We were talking about the computer networks. The computer network is basically the addition of two words, computer and a network. Network means a system, computer is a machine. When that machine is being put into a system of interconnection for the communication to be performed, then that particular interconnection of the computers, of the devices or the machines is called as a computer network. So in a simple way, we can say that network of multiple computers used for a particular communication to be performed is known as the computer network, in which data or voice or video or any kind of thing can be transferred. Then the next term in this topic comes as protocol. But before understanding the protocol, I would like to show you something. This is in computer network, there is a network in which we are having multiple computers. For example, we are having 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 computers in this network. So in this network, this computer is named as a node, and the connection in between the two PCs or computers is called as a link. When we talk about the node, then it doesn't mean just a computer, but it also means a printer, it could be a scanner, it could be a joystick, or any PC. It could be anything. Any device that is being connected inside a network is named as a node. It is commonly named as a node. And when we connect two nodes, whether we connect these things or the PCs together in a network, then this interconnection between the two is called as a link. Now moving on to the protocol. When we talk about a communication, then it doesn't only mean a sender and a receiver, that one machine that is sending and another machine that is receiving, but it means that there is a channel in between which is basically used for that communication to perform or that communication to occur. And for that we need a protocol. Protocol is basically a set of rules which are to be followed for that communication to be performed. If the protocols will not be followed, then the communication will not be performed. I will give you an example. It means, for example, we are having a telephone system. It is a largest network and a sophisticated network also. What do you mean by a largest network? Means when a person calls another person, then there should be some rules that are to be followed so that that communication should perform. If I have one mobile phone, another person have another mobile phone. If I will dial a number from my mobile and another person is getting a call from my side, but how is it getting connected? It is with the help of the protocol, the rules that are being followed in between those two, sender and the receiver. Like the telephone must be there, the connection must be there, there should be the network coverage, the phone should be in the network coverage area, right? So these are some rules that should be there so that the communication should perform, and those rules are basically called as protocols. Now we will discuss about the need of the computer networks. What is the need? Why we need a computer network? The first thing why we need a computer network is sharing of the resources. For example, if in a computer network we are having say 10 computers and we need to share a printer in between. So one thing is there that whether we should have 10 printers, that means every computer should have one printer with it. It will not be cost effective, it will be very expensive, but when we connect those 10 computers in a computer network, then we can use one single printer in that network and all the PCs connected in the network can share that printer. So this means the benefit of the need of the computer network is for sharing of the resources. Those resources could be anything, as I have already told you, printer or scanner or anything that we are using in our computer network. So sharing of those resources could be a part of that computer network, and it is therefore the computer network is needed. Second thing is sharing of expensive softwares. Similarly, as we share the resources, in that same way we can share expensive softwares. We do not have to purchase the softwares for each and every computer. We can purchase just one software and we can install it in that particular network, and those computers could share it which are using that particular network. Then the third need is communication between different computers. If I am having a computer and I am doing a task on it and I want to share that task with some other person or some other PC, then it is not possible without the use of the computer network. So that is why for sharing the information, for sharing the resources, for sharing the data, for connecting various computers in a particular building of an organization or outside also, and for the educational purposes, we need to have the computer network. Moving on to the next topic is network types. Network types means which type of networks, which kind of networks are present which we can use. First is peer-to-peer network. Let me show you how it works. Peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer means one to one. One-to-one connection. There is one PC and there is another PC. They can communicate with each other and no other PC's line in between could interfere in that. कोई भी अलग से PC interference नहीं कर सकता है in between these two PCs who are connected to each other, right? So this kind of a communication in which not PC1 or PC2, they do not have any dissimilarities in each other. They are similar, they have same kind of responsibilities and same kind of rights with each of them. Whatever PC1 is having, it can share with the second number PC, and whatever PC2 is having, it can share with the PC number 1. And when we talk about the second type of network, then that is called as server client network, या client server network we can say. In this client server network, we are having one server and another PC is working as a client. The server has more rights and more responsibilities comparative to the client PC. Now, how will we say that? The server is having more memory, it is having more rights, it is working as an administrator, it is having the right to start or stop any communication that is being done by this client. It is not always necessary that in a network only one server and one client will be there, but there can be more number of clients, but the server will be only one in one network. If a client is to perform some task, then what it has to do is it has to send a request. It has to send a request to the server, and if the server will reply to that request of that client, then only the client will be able to perform that particular task which it has requested for. I will give you an example for this. An example is like if we go to some computer shop and there we use their PC for some time and their internet services for some time, then we need to print something for our particular task that we have performed. Then on which PC we are sitting or we are performing our task is basically a client PC. In that client PC, if we will send a print request, then that request will go to the server first. The server will be with the owner. The owner will say yes from that server, then only your print request will be performed and your print will come out from the printer that will be lying along with the server in that particular shop or anywhere in the network. If we are sharing some resource in a client server network, then there will be the rights reserved for the server only. The clients do not have those rights. Similarly, the responsibilities of the server to need to talk about all the things, to need to take care of all the data of that network, of the server, of the clients. The responsibility is also with the server and the rights are also lying with the server only. So this is all for today. Thank you so much, students.